Yeah, I knew he would be faster than that.
Get up out of here, punishment. I see you over there in the live chat. Mac ran a 4.45. Listen, I got feet on the ground and videotaped it and showed the 40-yard track. And he ran a 4.45. Matter of fact, he ran a 4.45 and then he ran a 4.48. No, I'm sorry, 4.43. He ran a 4.43 and he ran a 4.45. All that mess you was talking about, Mac slow. He wasn't slow. He ran a 4.45. You was talking about 4.5. Get out of here. Talking all that yak. Punishment, garbage. I'm sorry, Kerb. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. We got to start the show as soon as Tate come in here, bro. As soon as Tate. I knew I couldn't figure out which one of them Yinzies was talking crazy to me about a Mecca Buka. Well, punishment told on himself, Tate. He told on himself.
He calling jokers Yinzies.
I knew it was one of them Yinzies talking crazy, and I see it over there. He done told on himself in the chat. Get up out of here, punishment. Get up out of here.
Yeah, man.
Talking about a 37-yard track. Stop that, punishment. Everybody runs on a
is that why they track fast? I always heard they had a fast track.
That's
I didn't know it was 37 yards.
Punishment ain't never ever been inside the PA Center. I promise you. And I stay down there. You know I stay down there. All down there. So what you talking about, punishment? I stays there. So get up out of here.
They wouldn't get away with 37.
Hell no,
maybe
they
30.
Get away with it.
Maybe 39. Maybe 39.
He was a 40 and he ran a 4.45 and then he ran a 4.43. Stop it, punishment. Stop it.
Shout out to the homie Tim Lyons.
Yeah, he said the track 37 yards.
Asked the question: is it Mason or is it Rodgers? It's gonna be It's gonna be Rodgers with Mason behind him. Mason is number 2 for the next 2 years. Yeah. Rodgers gonna start this year. They hopefully pick up somebody, trade for Joe Milton or somebody like that. Draft. I want Jalen Milroe, but we'll talk about that on Pump Your Brakes. He can sit behind Mason and Aaron Rodgers the first year, learn some, use them in some packages. That's what I foresee. But we're getting that stuff. But right now, fellas, we about to thank everybody that's with us right now. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. This is obviously our third or fourth Wednesday night smash the gas. I'm your boy Tate in the building with the fellas. Big G in the building. Big G Unchained, like Django in this camp. And we got the homie Kerb in the building. Kerb, what's happening, man?
What's up, man? How you doing,
from the Black and Gold Standard podcast.
Man, I feel a little bad, man. I thought G was jumping on me this morning.
Listen,
let me. With that brought up, let me tell y'all something. KnoItAllz, Pump Your Brakes.
Yeah.
The homies.
Yeah.
The homies overtime.
Yeah.
And now Smash the Gas.
Yeah.
Man, y'all jokers text more than anybody, and Big G is in all them threads I'm talking about. So I get stuff from him all day.
Oh man.
Y'all start at 6:30 in the morning, man.
Yep.
Hey man.
You know a joker like me don't got to get up and go to work during the weekday. So I'm sleeping till about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Tate, listen. I give Yinzies like Kirby. I give Yinzies like Kirby the business anytime I can give them the business. When I get up out the bed, the first my focus is on the Yinzies. And I give them the business, anything that they talking crazy to me about. And Kerb was a victim this morning. And any of them Yinzies over in the live chat that get the tripping today, they getting the business too. They getting it. They getting the business, Tate.
Yeah,
I was like, man, I didn't even say nothing about Coach Tomlin.
You better leave Tomlin alone. I already done told you.
You
better leave him alone.
I will say Kerb one of them Claude Bishop type dudes, so you can probably just go see the old country.
I just like I said this morning, I ain't one of those people to just say fire Tomlin just to fire him. All I am, I call him out on this BS. And I don't got nothing. Like I say, I think he's a great leader of men's. I think he's a great coach. But
let me ask you this: what's your number one component in coaching? What do you want from a coach first and foremost?
First and foremost, he got to control that locker room. He got to control his players.
A plus, Tomlin. A plus.
He has to do that. Then with that, with your head coach, he more than likely he's either going to be an offensive guy or a defensive guy. So in our case, he's a defensive guy. He ain't an offensive guy. He ain't an offensive guy.
Facts. That ain't facts.
Tomlin, his side is defense. I'm not saying he don't know any offense, but he's a defensive coach.
He's a defensive coach.
He's a defensive coach. Come on, G.
Where did young money come from? Where did young money come from? I'm just asking. Where that wasn't no Bill Cowher.
That was some receiver. That was some receivers that they draft. Antonio Brown was a 6th round pick.
Nobody developed all of them.
He do spend time in receiver room because he used to play receiver when he played.
Right. But
where did the killer bees come from, Kirby? Where did the killer bees come from?
G, you're not listening to me. At the end of the day, Mike Tomlin is a defensive coach.
No, he ain't.
His side of the ball is defense.
He was a wide receiver coach in college. He played wide receiver. He did some coordination things before he came to the Steelers on the offensive side of the ball. He's had to go to the defense because we've had inefficiency on the defensive side of the ball since Dick LeBeau walked out of the locker room.
He was hired as defensive coordinator in Minnesota.
In Minnesota.
So he was one of them hot young defensive coordinators. That's why he got the job. But first and foremost is leader of men.
Yeah, leader of men.
First and foremost is respect from your players.
And I 100%.
Now he's been having some trouble the past few years with a few players, but these young folk different. Y'all know.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Oh yeah.
These young folk different. They ain't coming there like Debo and Joey Porter and all them guys. You got to get these young fellas to play up to that type of standard, Kerb, to use quoting your podcast, to kind of play with that kind of passion. These jokers now is different, man. I mean, I see it in my nieces and nephews and everything, man. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess is it millennials? What generation is it right now?
Man, it's somewhere in the alphabet, dog. I don't know.
I call them Thundercats.
Yeah, it's somewhere in that Omega Alpha, somewhere over in that Greek alphabet somewhere. I don't know what the hell to call them.
Yeah, I call them.
You're absolutely correct. They different.
Yeah, they're different.
And Tomlin is our age. He's a little bit older than me, a little bit older than you, G, but we the same year.
Yeah.
So I know how he perceived. He got to try and work with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
he said, Jude Bellamy said they Gen Zs.
Gen Zers.
Man, I don't know what the hell. They somewhere over there. It don't matter.
And so, and you got to remember when Tomlin got the job, he took over a veteran team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball,
Kirby.
On the defensive side of the ball, that was a veteran team. They actually pretty much made him, because I mean he might have brought in a couple of guys, but for the most part, his coaching staff, they
Ryan
made him
Clark, Troy Polamalu.
Them guys.
They wasn't there. No. Ryan Clark, Troy Polamalu. What was our boy that started corner? Then was the only guy, and then Woodley. Ike
Taylor.
Ike Taylor. Then
he drafted Woodley. I run him. Cam Hayward. You want me to keep going? He drafted all of them. Hayward was father.
I mean, you got to give Colbert some credit for them picks though. Before he went rogue.
Yep.
Colbert went rogue after 2013. He went rogue and he should have been fired in 17.
So his last good pick was he drafted TJ.
In 2017, that was it. It was over.
He drafted Le'Veon. That probably was 13.
But that's 13. That's why I said 10 through 13, he was hitting. 10 through 13, he drafted Pouncey. He drafted DeCastro. He drafted Shaziers. He did some, but 2000 Artie Burns and oh my God. I mean, I'll run down them drafts he did.
Hey man,
was horrible.
Y'all jokers, we've been on cold open for 10 minutes, man. We about to go ahead and break to the intro, and then right after the intro, Big G, Kerb, we're gonna take a break. Just keep your bumpers quiet for about 10 seconds. And then we gonna when I start it back up, we ready to go. So if you're watching on YouTube, just give us a quick second. We're not going anywhere. If you listen to audio platform, we have to hear a few words from our partners and pay some bills, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Smash the Gas podcast. Smash the gas and let these fellas crash out if they need to. We're not looking for an intent just to be the crash out, Big G. I know how you get sometime, man. We kind of just yeah. Pump your brakes for a minute, but that's next show. But still, pump them right now. You know, let your foot up off that gas pedal a little bit and just lean towards the brake a little bit.
120. Let's go. 120.
Right. But hey, man, so my question for this show, and we get right into it if we got time to jump into anything else I want to talk about, we will, is the Steelers defense from 2024. I don't think they lived up to expectations of what we thought with the acquisition of Patrick Queen, the drafting Peyton Wilson, Peezy Jr. having another year under his belt. Cam played well. TJ, I think, played the last 6 games, probably injured, and they got to do better schematically. I really liked Deshaun Elliott. Thought he played well. That being said, the Steelers finished 8th overall in defense. I think like 10th or 11th in scoring defense. Like 6th in rush defense. Surprisingly, how bad we need defensive tackle that we all agree with. And at some point, I don't know if it has to be first rounder, because I told you guys in the thread earlier, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers signed. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a weapon in the first round. Running backs. And the defense finished 24th in pass defense. So they've acquired this offseason Darius Slay, who's a multi-time Pro Bowler. Come off a Super Bowl. Probably in his prime, one of the top 5 corners in the league in his prime. So a wealth of knowledge. They signed to do is it Brandon Eccles from the Jets?
At the slot.
Gonna challenge Beanie. I think that's good competition. Juan Thornhill. He's a 2nd round pick. He was really good in Kansas City. Went to Cleveland, played for a couple of years. We know how people get when they go to Cleveland, man. They fall off. Trash. So he's going to replace KZ. So just start with the secondary, fellas. Well, what are y'all? Is this an improvement? Will we be better this year in the secondary? We got a new secondary coach, too, Jared Alexander, replacing our Grady Jackson. So overall, what do you guys think about the secondary? Then we'll break down the rest of the defense.
Go ahead, Kerb. Go ahead before I go on a tangent. Go ahead.
Well, I like the moves they made. Actually, Slay, I'm not going to really say too much, nothing bad about it, but I just thought at the beginning of free agency, I thought they would go in a different direction and maybe get a Brandon Murphy, just a younger guy. But, I mean, Slay, he'll be cool for a year. I just like the fact that it's a new secondary coach, which, by the way, Minkah had his best year as a Steeler with that guy there, because this is 2nd time around with the Steelers.
That is fact.
So I think Eccles, he will probably beat Beanie out for that slot. I mean, he's a tough guy. So it's positive. I mean, it's going in the right direction. Like I say, the only thing that kind of surprised me, I just thought they would go in a different direction as far as free agency with the cornerback position. Other than that, Thornhill, we'll see. Because like I say, the last 2 years, I think in Cleveland, he only played maybe a few games. He had soft tissue issues, and so I don't know. We'll see how that goes.
He played like 10 or 11 one year and played like 7 or 8 the other year.
Yeah. You know the difference between Byron Murphy, who you mentioned, and Slay?
$20 million.
Yeah.
$11 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$20 million. Yeah.
Darius getting 10, he getting 21 from Minnesota.
Yeah.
So I think they like Slay enough for 1 year. I think they also want to see what Corey Trice looks like this year with more playing time, staying healthy under Slay's mentorship. Like he helped out them boys in Philly. So I think you paying for 1 year for a player, but you paying it forward because you got somebody in the room that's going to coach up these young guys in the room that they respect. So I'm not mad at Slay for 1 year. I mean, I think that's probably about right. I like Byron Murphy too, but when you realize that's $21 million, woo! Go ahead, Big G.
Well, the thing I believe is going to happen for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and don't be shocked. See, we've talked about mock drafts and all whatever else over the last, several weeks or whatever else. But now teams have to start setting their draft boards. And I believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to have, believe it or not, a high priority for certain players at cornerback if they happen to fall in this year's draft. I believe wholeheartedly if Will Johnson from Michigan falls, which they're talking about he might fall, that the Steelers will take a hard look at him at cornerback at pick 21. I believe Jahdae Barron, the corner out of Texas, the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to take a hard look at him at pick number 21 at corner. I believe that the Steelers are not done fortifying the cornerback safety room, and they'll do something in either the first or the second round of this year's draft to get a guy in the room. Well, because I'm a firm believer that the Steelers are going to trade back from 21, move to 27 or 28, draft the guy they want at that position, and pick up their second round pick. So I believe that the Steelers are going to solve or add to the cornerback room. At Tim Lyons, you're right. Morrison is a dog too. I like that kid out of Notre Dame. He ain't soft. Now, is he a late first round draft pick? I don't know. Because I like the kid Harrison out of Kentucky a little bit more than I like Morrison. But I think that the Steelers are not done with adding components and adding pieces to the secondary room to help them moving forward in 2025, Tate. Where'd Tate go? He's about to get a big fine. Kirby, where are you at? He done went to spend the night somewhere, man.
No, I'm here. Just talk for another 20 seconds. You always talk. I'm trying to chew my food. And you want to stop talking for once.
Kirby, your microphone was being big trash too, by the way, man. I don't know what the hell happened. It's straight now. It was being trash. Right.
I mean, like I say, you save the money, so we'll see how the secondary go.
Here's what I think about what you said, G. I think you're right. I don't think they're gonna spend when they top 3 picks on corners though. I think because they want to see what's going on with Trice. They got Slay. I think if that don't work out with Trice, then corner shoots to the top of the board next year. Now I think they could draft somebody in the 4th or 5th round, a Denzel Burke type dude or something like that to add to the room. But I don't think it's one of the first 3 picks.
I was going to ask Punishment that because I was like, Punishment, how you know that? I mean, I know Tomlin and all them was at the Buckeye Pro Day today. I know that for a fact. And I know for a fact matter of fact, I can tell you who he talked to. Like this wasn't reported to the press and all whatever else because I had feet on the ground. I know who he talked to. I know who he was digging with and who he was grooving with. And I lightweight know who he met with secretly at the Buckeye Pro Day today. And he was feeling Denzel Burke. He was also feeling Jordan Hancock, by the way. So all you guys need to know. Jordan Hancock is a kid that played corner that moved to safety that can play the slot corner. And he was feeling Jordan Hancock out of Ohio State too. He liked Trey, but he liked all the secondary dudes at Ohio State. He liked Latham Ransom. Oh my God. He was like, man, Latham, pro. So I think that Tate, I just don't know. I think that when you start setting the draft, oh Lord have mercy, Claude. When you start setting the draft, the draft board for based on depth and player position, right? Do you get a guy say there's a run at defensive tackles, okay? Say like there's a run at defensive tackles. Do you move off a DT because you're like, okay, I can get a guy in the second or in the third that has the same value versus reaching for him in the first. So the next position of priority is what? Cornerback, wide receiver, quarterback, running back. We don't know that yet. We're hearing rumblings. I think we've all formed our own opinion about what will happen, as far as the depth position of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But as time gets closer and closer to the draft, we'll know what they're looking at from a depth standpoint. So a cornerback 1 to me is way higher versus a defensive tackle 5. That it doesn't make sense to do that. So that's why I'm saying it depends on who drops and where. That's just my thoughts, bro.
There is value in that. You're right about that. If you can get the second or third corner at 21 versus getting the 4th or 5th D tackle. But that's when I started looking at the skill positions, the wide receiver and running back at that point. You know what I mean? If I'm getting the 3rd or 4th corner, why wouldn't I take the 2nd or 3rd running back?
Facts. I agree. Or wide receiver.
Wide receiver. But yeah, so I don't know. So the linebacker room, what y'all think about that?
Kerb?
Well, I think the linebacker room is going to be tied into the defensive line, because what I see, especially with Queen and Wilson, their game is speed. They're not really big guys. And if the Steelers can get that defensive tackle that can take on blocks and let those guys play the way they should be able to play. Because, I mean, even with Queen, he's used to, if you look at how the Ravens run their defense, they had those big old guys in front of them. So those guys run free. So if the Steelers can get to that and let Queen and Wilson, use their speed, I think the linebacker room should improve a lot. And on top of that, this is we're actually, for both of them, this would be their 2nd year in the system. So I see the linebacker room improving.
Yeah. They got a 4-man depth right now. They got Hairston. We starting to get all these Ratbirds over there in Pittsburgh. Something going on. We got Hairston, Ratbird, come on over from there. We got Holcomb over there. We got Patrick Queen, former Ratbird, over there, and Wilson, Peyton Wilson out of North Carolina. That's our 4 inside guys, right? Do the Pittsburgh Steelers realistically need to look at another dude? It depends on the health of Cole Holcomb. If Cole Holcomb is 100% ready to ride and go, I don't know if they look concerning the draft. But if there's any question about Cole Holcomb, then maybe at the 6th or the 7th round, or maybe in the 5th round, you look at a guy like Chris Paul Jr. out of Ole Miss. You look at the linebacker over there out of Clemson. You look at Cody Simon out of Ohio State. You bring one of those guys in 5th, 6th, or 7th to fortify, because the deal is you got to have a green dot linebacker. If you don't have a green dot linebacker, I don't give a damn what you do on defense. Your defense ain't going to roll. And to be honest, that's why Pittsburgh was getting that ass, boss, towards the end of the year. Because go back and watch the film with Patrick Queen. He was out there playing lazy and soft, not shooting the gaps and having dudes line up in the wrong places. I'm like, dog, what is you doing? So you got to have a green dot for the defense to be right, for Pittsburgh at least. We're nickel 58% of the time. The middle linebacker is critical. So we need a green dot, bro. So I ain't sure. Claude, me and Claude agree a little bit. I ain't disagreeing, but is he healthy, Claude? Is he healthy? I don't know.
I think he may be healthy because if he wasn't, I don't think they would have brought him back. I mean, they.
Well, I think they preferred him over Landon Roberts because he's almost just as good as a run stopper, but he has more versatility. He can cover way better than Landon Roberts. So where Landon Roberts might be a 9 in the run game, Holcomb is a 7, but Landon Roberts is a 4 in the pass game, and Holcomb is a 7. So
facts.
Overall, that's a 14 grade versus like a 10 grade. You know?
Yeah, I agree. So I agree, bro.
If he healthy, he could be, but if he to wear the green dot, you gotta be a starter though.
That's facts.
I think Wilson gonna get it.
I think Wilson gonna get it too.
Y'all think he is?
Yeah.
See, I see Chad Brown and Wilson. That's just me. I see more of a Chad Brown type. I think Wilson will be better playing an edge guy.
He's small.
What? He's 6? What? He's 6'4", 245. What do you mean?
I don't think he's that heavy,
Nick,
G.
I promise you he is. Nick Herbig is the midget out there. Nick Herbig little. No, I'm telling you, about 6'4", 240, 245. He ain't little at all. Oh, I'm telling you he is. Google it. Okay. Google it. I know he is.
He seemed like he's lighter. He seemed like he's lighter than that.
No, Herbig is
6'4", 242.
What I just tell you?
Come on. You know how football.
Kirby, you messing with a champion, Kirby.
You know how football.
He's
rosters
6'4",
go.
245, dog.
He could be, but he don't look it because he looks smaller than Queen.
Herbig 6'2", 240.
Yeah, Herbig little.
That's not that little. He dude's 6'4", taller, but they weigh about the same.
But he can run though.
I think Herbig got more burst far as coming off the edge, but you gotta use him as a versatile chess piece. You move him around, you confuse the offense. So Steelers need to get more creative schematically.
Yeah.
In my book.
Yeah. I don't disagree. Punishment said I called Herbig a midget. He little. He little, man. He little. For the NFL standards, he a little bitty fella.
He might have weighed 225 coming into the league. He's been under an NFL weight training and nutrition program for 2 years now. His bio page, everything says he's 6 foot 240. So I don't know, Juice, but football players when they're young and they get in that, just like we go from high school to college. I seen Big G, our boy Mage, play free safety when we play football.
Swole.
When he went to college, what he turned into?
A middle linebacker.
A middle linebacker. From free safety.
For about 250, boy, swole up.
About 6'2", probably about.
They did that to G too. They remember G was like 6'4", 245 at Michigan State. G was like 300 pounds.
Yeah, he went from a all-state middle linebacker, rangy and everything, 6'3". When he got to Michigan State, though, defensive end.
300.
Weighing about 290, at least 290.
Yeah, G was swole, boy. When he first came back, I said, Lord, look at G.
So
he done put all that weight on.
To the pros, you're gonna put some weight and muscle in. So So fellas, lastly, as far as the defense go, the defensive line. Give me the skinny on the defensive line, man. What we think. I think we all agree it needs to be a draft pick there. Who do each of you like, and what round do you like that person in?
I'm gonna let Kirby go. So I already know what he's talking about. Kirby bias. Kirby bias. No, go ahead, Kerb. You bias.
I mean, it's just I'm all over the place, to be honest. I mean, because I could go first round. I want Grant from Michigan, and I mean, you're not gonna get him in the second. We don't even have a second round pick, but I like Grant. I mean, like I say, to me, I don't really want so much of a guy that can rush the passer. I want that guy that can take on double teams and stuff the run and protect those linebackers. To me, I think that's what they need. I mean, whenever you look at the Steelers defense, when they was really having their glory days, that's what they always had.
Casey Hampton, that's what you're trying to say? Casey Hampton?
Almost. Yeah. I mean, the only problem with those guys now, the way football is played, can you get off the field? you know, but you kind of that's what they need. They need that type of. They don't need the 300-pound guy. I want a 330 guy up in that middle.
350.
I mean,
350.
Hey, like if you see my thing, Gilbert, what's my man that was playing for Green Bay back in the day?
Oh, the big light skinned dude. I remember
98. Gilbert Brown.
Yeah,
big
like
guys
like that. Like you can't move him, you know, and he gonna make
yeah,
a
but
pile.
you can block him and use that mismatch of speed against them nowadays, though.
But like I said, yeah, that's the only problem with the game today. Can you get them off the field? You know, because you would get teams that get that boy stuck out there.
I've been seeing mock draft simulations where Grant and Nolan falling like to late 20s, early, like late first round, early second round. When I say early, I mean like before pick 34, but they falling in that range.
Okay.
I don't want Walter Nolan, Tate. He ain't big enough.
I'm just saying to me, the top three are Harmon, Nolan, and Grant. Not in that order per se, but those are top three.
Listen, I'm in the mindset with Kerb. We need a 330-pound plus D tackle. So Grant, I like. Harmon, I like. Harmon weighed in at the combine at like 321, but he's going to play at about 330 in the league, right? But now there's four dudes I like.
I tell you where I worry about Harmon is he got small torso, man.
He do.
He's a little fella down at his legs.
He do. But he got long arms though, Tate. He got long arms. Right.
Yeah, but I'm wondering where his power coming from.
The upper body. I think his bench reps was 35. He killing him.
He could be strong, but if you don't got a strong core, that upper body don't mean nothing.
That is big facts.
Try just lifting all the time. Don't never had no leg day. See what you come out looking like, and then
looking all skinny,
then try and slam somebody. You don't got no core strength.
Yeah, you hit. But Harmon, Grant would be my first round D tackles. Now, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna get value in the second round if we can get back in the second round with Tyleek Williams, who weighed 330 today at his pro day, and TJ Sanders, that weigh about 325, 330 out of South Carolina. Either one of them boys at D tackle. See, that's why I don't reach for the dude at 21. I'm not going for no Walter Nolan. I don't need he gonna play at about 305, 306. He's not a zero.
He's a 5 technique.
Yeah, he's a 5.
Yeah, he's not. But if you get him and you can just develop that rotation, you get one of these big dudes they picked up to plug in the middle when you gotta stop the run. You want an aggressive rotation to give that quarterback like Philly did.
Yeah.
So Grant and Grant the only one from a zero tech that can get to the passer. So there's value in that.
That's right. But if he's there,
what'd you say?
If he's there, if he's not, now you move on.
He'd be there at 21, I believe. I think you might be overdrafting him at 21 if you get him. I mean, I might fall back to 27, 28, like you've been saying, and then I may get him. And then I'm trying to move up in the second round if I can to get my running back. To me, that's the thing. D tackle, running back. First 2 picks. And you can't wait to 83 to get a guy at running back.
Yo, the Steelers, they be foolish not to trade back in this draft take. We got to get extra picks. They got to trade backwards. If the absolute dude that's number 1 on your draft board is not sitting there at 21, you got to go backwards. You got to pick up. No, that's not a must, Claude. Walter Nolan, listen, I hear punishment. He's talking about Walter Nolan equals John Randall. Not in the Pittsburgh Steelers scheme. Walter Nolan will get killed in the Pittsburgh Steelers scheme. He's too little.
Yeah,
he's too small.
John Randall played a 4-3 defensive tackle.
Yeah, and it was about 280, 285. The Steelers need a 330-pound plus D tackle. Now, this is what I will agree with Claude with. We got to get 2 of them. In my opinion, in this draft, you got to get 2. Where you double up at is D tackle. You double up. You got to get 2 of them. So I even like a dude like Jordan Farmer that's going to play at about 320 in the league. Like we can get Jordan Farmer maybe in the 4th You know, I like that. You know, I ain't so high on that Robinson dude because he too light in the ass. He about 285, 290 pounds. He too little.
Yeah,
Not in our defense, he can't handle that, bro. He can't take it.
Man, I take a guy in the first round. I trade back, and my next defensive tackle gonna be like a fourth rounder. I see your boy Robinson from Nebraska fall into the fourth and fifth round now.
He too little.
Yeah, he light though.
Yeah, he about 285.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, you look at this one thing. I'm suggesting if you get a solid rotation, that they make up for each other. You don't got to exhaust Keanu Benton and, you know, maybe one of these new guys replace Montravius Adams.
Yeah.
So, you know, you just keep that rotation coming. And then if it's not Grant, I'll take Grant at 28, 29, but I'm not taking him at 21. That's just my opinion.
I feel you. But that's why we signed all them big boys in the.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we signed them big boys. Them boys we signed from the Patriots and whatever else. Them boys 330 plus pounds. They swole up.
Go ahead and this off season when training camp and all that start, put Latimer big ass in there at nose tackle. See how he do.
Facts. Yeah, they need to get Keanu Benton out of there. Get Keanu Benton out of there. Keanu Benton is playing out of position, dog.
He gonna get rooted. He gonna get rooted up out of there, man.
Yeah. He's not a natural 305 or 310 pound dude. His playing weight is about 295, bro. That's when he's at his best. They trying to put bulk on him and he don't fit. He got to move out of there, bro. He got to get up on out of there.
Laudermilk like 6, 7.
Okay, I mean you need him in on rundowns. You don't need him in. You know, I'm saying it's something to try. Don't pigeonhole yourself in just drafting the best defensive tackle in the first round that's on the board just because he could be the fourth or fifth best defensive tackle.
That's facts.
You know,
that's facts.
So, you know, I'm looking, like I said earlier, the offense. You got Aaron Rodgers. You need pieces because he can maximize all those pieces. Tomlin, what he is guilty of. Mike T, get your ass out the way, and let Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith run this offense.
Thank you.
You know, so I'm all the way there. He put his hand in too much stuff. He's trying to do too much. Yep. Do what you're good at. Get involved in the defense and lead them in and motivate them in. That's what you do, Tomlin. But that's a good coach too. You don't got to be great at X's and O's.
Right.
You know what I mean? You need to be great at being a leader of men. And I think players respect him for that. I watched Cam Hayward on the Pivot podcast. You listen to all his ex-players talk about and stuff. Players love Mike Tomlin. It's us fans that won't be happy till he gone and y'all jokers win 4 or 5 games in the season that you gonna know.
It's them Yenzies, Tate. It ain't us. It's them Yenzies. You listen up.
Like I said this morning, like Andy Reid ain't messing with Kansas City's defense. He letting his defensive coordinator do his thing. Yeah, I'm over here at the offense, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
Claude,
Andy Reid.
Put Claude in the matrix before we go. Put him in the matrix, dog. Put him in the matrix, dog. I cannot believe Claude Bishop said what he just said. Put him in the matrix. I can't take it, Claude. Not tonight. I can't take it.
With that being said, and Claude going home, we about to go home and get out of here. It's about right about that time, Big G. We gotta get on over to Pump Your Brakes. So another Wednesday, smash the gas. Nobody crashed out too much. We talked about the defense, talked about some draft stuff. We appreciate everybody that joined us in the live chat. We appreciate you guys. Jump on over to Steel Kirk Network and check us out. We only replacing Kerb with the triple OG, the homie Shannon White. So jump on over there. We'll be on next and smash the gas. The 3 of us will be back next week. And go ahead and jump on over there to the Black and Gold Standard podcast. Follow Kerb's channel. Get some good Steel information from him. Claude, you will really like it because y'all see eye to eye on some stuff.
Don't put me with Claude. Don't put me with Claude.
Claude, hey, Kerb, make sure you check Claude in the live chat. Make sure you check Claude in the live chat tonight. You got to check him. Okay. Check him, Kerb. Don't let him get out of control.
With that being said, to next Wednesday, fellas, and 3 or 4 minutes away from me and Big G on Pump Your Brakes, we out.
All right. Peace out.